Well. Another beautiful night. Shout out to the prime time action. Love it when we get it in prime time. One time for the culture. But yeah, man, Pittsburgh Steelers taking care of business 26-18 at the Casa. Moving on to 22 straight Monday night home victories, man. You love to see it. We had offensive touchdowns. We ran the ball well. We had big pass plays. We had some special teams touchdowns as well. yes. I mean, come on, man. It was one of them nights, man. It was one of those nights. So, you know how we do, man. We're going to talk about it all. All right. So, shout out to the late night crew, man. If you're on the east side, y'all know what it is. We're going to bring in tomorrow together. And for everybody else, man, y'all already know how we gets it in, man. But hit that like button one time for the culture and subscribe if you are new to the channel. Let's not waste any time. Drop it in the comment section where you are tuning in from. So that way I give you that big boy shout out to start the day's show. The Don Hefe Quan. I see you in the 323 Watts, California. Jacob Malacio in the 919 North Carolina in the house as always. Bust down in the Bay Area, San Fran. I literally was just there at let's see. What time was it? About midnight. Yeah, because that's when I flew out. So yeah, shout out to the west side, baby. Shout out to the west side, man. Let's see who else we got in the building, man. We got Zach Strode in the 585, Rochester, New York. Let's see. Jay Farrell in the 213, Koreatown, California. Yes, Cali is always heavy in the building, 900 juice. Shout out to the Cali people, man. They said, when we done with this stream, I'm officially shut down this 24-hour run I've been on right now, all right? But shout out to the West Coast folk, man. Shout out Hannibal 090 in the 770 Atlanta. And then let me finish it with the homie Johnny Rocket in the 724. Shayla Roy, I think I said that right. PA. Let's get it. And of course, Lifted Ones in Sacktown. Salute to you. Already know what time it is, baby. But yes, man, beautiful performance, man. Absolutely crazy game. Also, for being fully transparent, man, felt like it was one of those ones where number one, oh, and yes, Richard Arbizo, I still do got the work uni on, man. You know your boy was down there. We listen, who do we talk to tonight? We had Louis Lips. Shout out to Louis Lips, Steelers Hall of Honor, man. Interviewed him first at the FedEx Great Hall, man. Insane crowd down there, was absolutely fire. Then we spun the block, man, and we got a chance to talk to the two-time Super Bowl champ, Jeff Reed, who is currently number 3 for most career points scored for the Pittsburgh Steelers, behind Gary Anderson and Chris Boswell. Both of them dudes, man, was fire to talk to tonight, man, so shout out to them. But yeah, that's why I got the Color Us work uni on, all right? But as a whole, man, very impressed with the game, man. Like I said, there was some ups and downs to it, but as a whole, the ability for us to stay consistent and handle the adversity, man. Some of it was self-inflicted, but to overall handle it the way that we did, I was really proud of that, man. I thought from the start of it, Russell Wilson looked good. We didn't have to worry about a lot of rust with him, man. I thought he came out the gate starting fast, and the production was there, man. Led the offense down the field, should have had a touchdown, right? We had the project situation, face mask, and ultimately that's what called back the touchdown. That would have been the GP. But as a whole, we could see out the gate, we playing a little bit different tonight, man. We had to settle for the field goal. All right, cool. Came back next drive. Same thing. Moved it all the way down the field. Explosive plays, running the football. Najee looking good early on. Getting to the red zone. Miscommunication, man, with Russ and Van Jefferson. Missed opportunity. All right. Third opportunity, what happens? Take it back down the field, man. Explosive pass plays, running ball looks good. Tight ends getting worked in as well. And we get the situation where the GP double right foot tap, not 2 feet technically. We challenged it. Don't know why we did when we kind of was no reason to challenge it. It was already reviewed. But all of that all of that happens, and we're still in the process of scoring points. And that's the beautiful part with Boz. He was kicking his field goals. Now, on the flip side was the Giants were doing enough to stick around. And that's the thing that we kind of talked about on the preview early last week. We said that, man, the Giants are good enough that if you allow them to hang around, they can beat you. And Daniel Jones, at times, you can see why he's a $40 million quarterback, but then at times you can see why he's Daniel Jones. He has a big arm, has the ability to run the football also, but with him, man, he is very inconsistent. And you could also see where the protection didn't really do him a lot of favors. I thought Highsmith, man, was able to take full advantage of the Chris Hubbard matchup. Shout out to my dog, Chris Hubbard, former teammate and training partner, man. Heck of a career this dude done put together, man. But rough night for the homie. Yeah, because Highsmith was on one. You talk about TJ Watt on one. Both of those guys, man, I thought really did a good job of kind of offsetting some of the success that the Giants were able to have offensively in the first half. But the problem was they going running game, man. These dudes, man, what's my man Tracy? We pull this. Where are you at? Tyrone Tracy. Yeah, man. What the heck? This dude ran for $145 on us, man. That was not okay. All right, not okay in a major way. 20 carries for 145 yards, 7.3 per carry. Yeah, I did not like our run defense tonight. Let's just get that out the way. But did like how we were able to defend against the pass. I thought that JPJ did a heck of a job, man, battling against Malik Neighbors. Now Malik, man, he made his fair share of plays, and he should have had more plays. But I thought that as a whole, man, JPJ was doing his thing, man, in terms of making it very tough and frustrating on him. I thought Dante Jackson did similar as well, man. Very scrappy, very gritty, even though we know Slayton was able to have some success against Dante. But like I said, man, as a whole, we did enough to slow those dudes down and not let them really take over and keep the game or make the game even more exciting from a Giants perspective. Now, obviously, it ended a little bit closer, but I felt as a whole watching it, man, that this wasn't that close, man. It felt like we were able to dominate them and move the ball like we wanted to, but because of their ability to run the ball and have an explosive player too, that's what kept the Giants around, man. But the game obviously got broken open when the good old Calvin Austin, man, punt return for a touchdown. Shout out to Danny Smith, man, getting those special team guys cooking once again. But man, Calvin played fast, looked fast, and that's what you want to see, man. That big time punt return, 73 yards, changed the whole game. Then he comes back, catches the touchdown pass as well. Rest started dropping some dimes on the folks. The Van Jefferson pass, dime. The day going, the GP one on the sideline, dime. Let's see, was it the GP one was the 43-yarder. Loved it. The Calvin Austin tutty was the 29-yarder. Loved it. He had the back shoulder to Van Jefferson. It was a little underthrown, but hey, man, we like it. It all counts the same. He was in. He started to heat up on us, man. So I was definitely digging that, man. But then from there, man, that was where you could really see just the explosive element, so to speak, of this team. And a lot of that has come from Russ being back out there, man, because it's opened up the passing attack a lot more. I think that as a whole, we're playing with a lot more confidence offensively. And as you can also see, the running game has opened up a ton more. Why? Because if you sit with single high coverage and put that extra defender in the box to play against the run, Russ is going to carve you up. And this is the second week in a row him showing that. Remember, he's missed 2 months of football, man, since training camp. This dude's been out. So he's only going to keep getting back better, man, getting more up to speed. So I definitely was digging that right there. Oh, y'all saying I got no sound? All right, hold on. Hold on. What you mean I ain't got no sound, man? I got sound. Yeah, about to say, don't do me like that. About to say, yeah, if y'all got sound and y'all can hear me, man, make sure y'all let me know in the comment section, man. Yeah, Brandon, I think that's you, man. You might be tripping over there, baby. Yeah, audio sounds solid over mine. There we go. Gang. But yeah, man, that was the thing that I'm saying. When you're talking about just the Russ effect, man, his ability to, number one, make teams respect his ability to throw the football, make teams respect his ability to hit GP down the grass, to hit a Darnell Washington, right? Utilize these tight ends a little bit more. These are all the things that we need. These are all the things that have really opened up this offense a lot more. And I gotta say, Arthur Smith, it's an Arthur thing, first off. All right, so shout out to the Arthurs. But number one, man, with Arthur Smith, man, I think that, or not that I think that, but just watching him, his feel for calling plays, it is beautiful. I mean, you could see how it's very unrhythmic, right? You're like, man, should be a run right here. Nope, play action pass. Oh, they're definitely gonna take a pass right here. Oh, now it's the run. Oh, it's third and long. They got to take a deep shot. No, he throws it to Jaylen Warren for a 17-yard pickup on a screen pass. Like all of the different things, man, that I'm seeing, with Arthur Smith, man, is beautiful, man. And I think that that's another big reason why we've been able to really highlight the strengths of all the personnel now with Russ being back out there. And I will say this, man, Arthur Smith has opened it up in terms of the play calling a lot more. We obviously saw that last week when Russ got out there in comparison to Justin Fields. But I just feel like, man, it's continuing to evolve now that Russ is out there. And I'm interested to see how they all respond coming out of that bye week as well, man. But as a whole, man, dope performance by the guys, man. Definitely what we want to see. And like I said, sitting at 6-2 and fairly healthy, man. So shout out to the guys, man. Shout out to the guys. But let me think, man. Was there anything else I had on my end before we start tapping in, man? Because I do see y'all showing up nice in the comment section, man. Salute to each and every one of y'all that are rocking with me tonight, man. Anytime we out here on a late night like this for the East Siders, man, you know what time it is, man. I always appreciate y'all, all right? So shout out to that, man. But yeah, man. So like I said, man, that was kind of my initial reactions to everything, man. But let's tap in. All right, so y'all hit that like button one time for the coach, and don't forget to subscribe if you are new to the channel. Do see some supers in here, so I will definitely get to that. I'm gonna take a good old sip. See, you're supposed to be hydrating when you're fresh out the traveling, and after the way we was turning up all week for the wedding. See, had a wedding out there, you know what I'm saying? So you know what it is, man. When you got family get married, man, you just party the whole time. So I'm in recovery mode, all right? I'm feeling like a real rock star the way we was living this whole week. So I'm back now, all right? Back. But shout out to the homie Mike Hood. Mike Hood says, where's the haters now? Victory Monday, Victory Monday. It's still Monday. It was technically still Monday when the game ended. You sent that super chat. Now that I'm reading your chat, it is technically Tuesday at 12:03. Lord have mercy, it is Tuesday. Good morning, everybody. Shout out to Tuesday, okay? But yeah, with that, he says, what up, Mr. Moats? First place, baby. Yes, indeed. And shout out to the Baltimore Ratbirds getting beat by the Cleveland Browns. You love to see it. You love to see it. All right, and shout out to Young Boy 24. It's officially his birthday, so shout out to you, Young Boy 24. Happy birthday, man. That's how we do it. T-Star F. He says, 4 letters. D-Po. D-P-O-Y. Talking about Defensive Player of the Year, T.J. Watt. Love to see it, especially in prime time. And yes, 900 Juice, it is technically still Monday on the West Coast. So shout out to my Monday people over there, man. Absolutely. And Leah Warren said, I mean, it is 11:03 where I'm at, so it is Victory Monday. Shout out to Leah Warren in Killeen, Texas. Of course. I forgot, the world isn't all on East Coast time. I was just, I've been away, so now that I'm back on my East Coast, I just feel so much pride in my East Coast, my Eastern Standard Time zone, all right? I've been watching football at 9 a.m. and 10 a.m. It's a little different from me, all right? I'm a late, I'm a noon to 1 p.m. type of football guy, all right? But shout out. So I'm back. Yeah. Richard R. Bezo. He says, bring out the brooms. New York or New Jersey. I don't care. They cooked. Now, listen. The Yankees, they're New York. All right. It's just the Jets and the Giants. Yeah, you right on there. Both of them Jersey teams getting cooked. All right, you right, man. This is bad for New York right now. It's a bad day. Yes, the Yankees getting worked right now, man. Down, was it 3-0 in the series? Not the best situation. Definitely not, man. Definitely not. But hopefully they bounce back, man. Give me something. Don't get swept, man. It's bad business over here, all right? Bad business. But yeah. It's a bad, but shout out to the Bills. All right, the Bills, they that New York is taking care of business. Everything else is just bad right now. All right, it's real bad. Yeah, they're gonna lose 4-2 now. My goodness, man. They sent my man Aaron Judge out there selling. Yeah, man. But I digress. We're gonna celebrate these Steelers taking care of business. All right, that's what we worried about. So we're gonna focus on that one. All right, let's see. Who else do we have? Oh, Chris Harkins. And shout out to you, Chris Harkins, man. Your 5th super chat, man. Showing love, man. Definitely appreciate you on that. He says, what was the best and worst play of the game from the Steelers side? All right, man. I think the best play was the Calvin Austin punt return for a touchdown. Number one, it flipped the game open and gave us a lead, and it finally gave us that feeling of, man, we can get into the end zone, because up until that point, we just kept getting close, but ultimately couldn't finish it, man, to get over it. But then in terms of the worst play of the game, I mean, I hate to do it, but I thought the Broderick face mask penalty was a crushing one at the time, because it stopped some of the momentum that we were having on that opening drive. Man, we would have had a touchdown, would have been feeling a lot better being up 7-zip, and the way that the Giants were struggling to score, it would have definitely put more pressure on them. I felt like if we were able to score that first touchdown, and now when you're talking about some of those other drives with the field goals, it's just a different flow, a different feel for it. But, you know, I don't feel like we had a ton of negatives. I would say either that one or the 45-yard touchdown run. We fit that run up bad, right? And shout out to Tyrone Tracy, man, being able to step around a defender and ultimately go to the house with it. But those two plays defensively was just like, yo, whoa, hey, man, nah, that's not what we're doing. This is not what we're doing. So one of those two, man. But like I said, definitely the punt return for the touchdown, man. I love that on the front end, man. I thought that was a big time play. Shoot, you could also talk about that GP catch down the grass too, man. Lovely, man. Russ went and dropped that thing perfectly. Yeah. So one of those ones, man. But that's how I felt with it, man. So definitely vibed out. Shout out to Steel King Nate as well, man, showing some love. Let me see. Oh, there you go. You brought your chat back. All right. And he says, our run defense got to step up when you got Derrick Henry in the division. Yeah, now that's truth right there, man. I done already seen what he could do in the stadium, unfortunately, this season. That dude's a whole problem. All right. So yeah, we're gonna have to make sure we tackling a lot better and fitting up that run a lot better than what we've done tonight. Yeah. Let's see. Rod, shout out to Rod in the building. He says, this was Arthur Smith's best first half. It was fire. No, I would agree 100%, man. I thought that Arthur Smith was cooking, man. He's, like I said, man, back home with this just being a coordinator and not having to be the boss of all bosses. When you're the head man, like we talked about, man, it's more so you don't get to just hyper focus on your one passion or the one thing that got you the opportunity. You have to now become the overseer. You got to talk offense. You got to talk defense. You got to talk special teams. You got to worry about your coaching staff, the hires, not just on offense, but on defense and on special teams. And at times, man, when you kind of get a little bit more removed from what you're best at, yeah, you could struggle a little bit. And that was kind of the situation for him in Atlanta. But now that he's back exclusively as an offensive coordinator, and he can just solely focus on that, you see the production that this offense has had, where there's been Justin Fields, whether it was Kyle Allen, or more importantly, now that Russell Wilson is back there, man. I'm talking preseason, regular season, one play injury or not. Arthur Smith has had all of these guys in this offense as a whole looking productive, looking efficient, and looking varsity. It just feels good, man, to have a guy with experience, man. And that's what you need, man. That is definitely what you need out there. All right. Shout out to Red. Red said, Najee haters, y'all better leave the room and take Deke. Oh, no, man. Deke get to stay. Deke is going to apologize, and Deke do that, and he ain't tripping, all right? But yeah, man, shout out to Najee, man. I'm trying to tell you, if you block for Najee just a little bit now, he could hurt you. And now that you have a legitimate passing, a legitimate receiving threat back, or not receiving threat, a legitimate guy that can get the ball to some of these receivers down the grass a little bit more consistently, now you're also getting the other side of it, where now they can't put the extra defender into the box and have numbers. And when you get a chance to have Najee running against the boxes that are light or advantageous to the offense, man, that's why you're getting these explosive style runs from him, man. And that's what you need, man. Shout out to Yule Young. Yule Young says, if the Jets lose next week, do we get Devontae for a fifth? Hey, now listen. I promise you, I was over here trying to contemplate how we can make that one work. Like, look, bro, you thought it was bad in Vegas. You done went into a little situation. All right. So, when you trying to come over here, man? When you trying to come to Pittsburgh, man, roll with the winners, man. All right, roll with the winners, man. But at the same time, he did decide to pick that side. So we might have to just let him sit over there in that Jet situation and we, say keep cooking the way we cooking right now. All right, because yeah, Russ got us over here making everybody look good. It's like, yo, Van look good, Calvin look good, Darnell look good, freaking Booth look good, man. GP look good. He's like, yo, who you want to throw it to? Nas, you get a catch, man. Jalen, you get a catch. Like, man, when they doing it like that, bro, shoo, it's all right. Let's get it. And the Navagamer, man. Me and Deke, man, we were supposed to be here more often, man, but I had to go out of town, all right? Your boy was in California. Brother-in-law was getting married. We had to pull up, spend the whole week out there, turn up like we supposed to. Shout out the love, all right? When love is going on, you know your boy won't party, all right? I'm team pull up to the wedding. So, that's where we was at. Just got back this morning, all right? So we here. We back, man. Me and Deke be on tomorrow, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Make sure you tap in. Tell a friend to tell a friend, all right? So, yeah, man, we're going to react to this even more so me and the homie, man, talk about it. Might have TG pull up too, man, all right? So, yeah. Like I said, man, if y'all digging how we doing it, now the boy is back, where we belong, getting it in, man. Y'all hit that like button one time for the culture and subscribe if you are new to the channel. I see you, Hollywood 931, tuning in late. Let's freaking go, Steelers Nation. I'm with you, baby. I am with you. All right, AJ Martinez. He says, yes, we won, but we look like the Bears. He said we look like the Bears against Washington at the end. We got a lucky tip. 22 is the new king. Crown him now. Russ nearly got cooked running. Yeah, Russ ain't gonna do a ton of running now. And you see also Russ is getting down. He's like, hey, man, ain't no point in trying to stay up and fight that. And that was part of what caused the forced fumble, man. Usually he's sliding right there. But at that time, he's like, yo, let me try to get the extra yardage. He got to be smarter than that, and he knows he has to hold that football, man. You can see the reaction as soon as it happened, but that is the beauty of team football. Man, you make a mistake, man, your brother's going to bail you out. And ultimately, that's what the homie TJ Watt did. So shout out to TJ. And Steel King Nate says, put some respect on Najee, though. I'm trying to tell you, y'all know how I feel about it too. I'm over here like, yup. Every time we do it, I'm like, yup. No surprise. No surprise. He get a bad rep because he don't always get the most advantageous looks from a defensive standpoint, nor does he typically get the best blocking. But now with Russ being back out there, it's made it a lot easier on Najee, and he's taking full advantage of it, man. Like, the dude looks good. He's already been looking good this season, but he's been looking really good these past 2 weeks, man, going over that 100-yard mark on the ground, man, back-to-back weeks, man. So definitely love all of that right there, man. Gregory Collins. He says, I bet the Giants right tackle is eating his words right now from TJ. Yeah, buddy. Let me pull my man up. Where you at, Jermaine Illuminor? Yeah, he was big talking. What he say? I'm ready for TJ Watt one-on-one. I want TJ Watt one-on-one. Well, hey, sir, you got what you was looking for. Let's see how you did, my briggity brother. Let's check him out real quick. TJ Watt, 7 tackles, 5 solo, 2 sacks, 2 tackles for loss, and 2 QB hits. Hey, man, shout out to you, baby. Shout out to Jermaine Illuminor, man. All right, you got what you was looking for. You came barking up that tree you was looking for, and yeah, man, that tree done fell on you a little bit tonight, man. It's like that. It was like that, but that's TJ. I don't know why people want to play with TJ like that. Nobody want to play with TJ. Of all the people, same way you want you. Hey, when they ask you about how you feel about the matchup on the TJ Watt, you ain't gotta be chicken. But what you say is, man, that's a heck of a play over there, man. I'm gonna try my best, and we're gonna see how it play out, man. But you know what it is, man. I know what he is, and I respect the heck out of this game. But I'm gonna show up. Not, man. I'm looking forward to this one-on-one, man. Hey, I feel like I'm ready. I told the coach, man, hey, I want them one-on-ones with him. All right, all right, go for it. All right, yeah. I want the one-on-ones. All right, sound good. Aaron Grant said, need a ranking video. Celebrations were crispy. Now, facts on that. Listen, man, I'm digging all how they getting after with the side. I see you, Beanie. I like the Sellies, man. Calvin Austin with the group pick. I like it, man. I like what I'm getting right here, man. But as a whole, man, we getting in the right spot, man. We obviously know we got Cam Sutton coming back potentially, or coming back after the bye. We obviously know Roman Wilson. That was a little unfortunate situation, man, with him going on the injured reserve. I don't know if y'all saw that earlier today, man, but he's gonna be obviously out for another 4 weeks, man. So that's gonna suck. But like I said, man, productive night, man, from the gang, man. In terms of Beanie Bishop, man. Obviously Zach Frazier's another guy we might be getting back sooner, post bye week, man. Saying what's up with his ankle situation. So like I said, man, we're in a better place, man, getting healthier and healthier at the right time. I'm also interested to see, man, what's going to be going on with Cole Holcomb as he gets closer to returning, man, just adding more depth into that room, man, because we got playmakers, man, but we obviously know we want to continue to get better, and competition is only going to push that forward even more so, man. So definitely, like I said, looking forward to see how that thing goes, man. Mm-hmm. Oh, let's see. Ref, the refs might be the Giants number one. All right, shout out to LS_Lee says the refs might be the Giants number one opposition or opponent tonight. And I can understand that, man. Some of it I thought was self-inflicted. And then I'm not gonna lie to you, man, I did not agree with that the one they called early on Malik Neighbors when they were trying to sell us on the illegal shift. I'm just like, yeah, I don't really buy that one all the way. Like, I get it, like what you're trying to, what the intent of the rule is and all that stuff. But I personally didn't like that call, man. But let's see. On the night, Giants ended with 11 penalties for 65 yards. It's crazy, man. 11 penalties. And for Pittsburgh, only 5 penalties, but it was only a 15-yard difference, man. 65 yards on the Giants side, 50 yards in penalties on the Steelers side. But interesting, man. Interesting night, man, for those guys, man. Some of it was self-inflicted by them, though, man. And I think for the Giants, that's where you look back in the film room and you start talking about how can we be better? How can we help ourselves, or at least not put ourselves in, some of these bad situations? A lot of holding calls, man. That comes with playing against TJ Watts and Highsmiths, man. We know, what those guys are capable of. But like I said, man, definitely the night that we wanted to see, though, man. I was slightly nervous though when they kept bringing up the 21 straight victories, hit Monday night home football games for the Steelers. The last time they lost on Monday night at home was against the Giants. I'm like, yo, don't y'all be trying to jinx us like this. We ain't got time for none of this, man. Don't you do this. But as a whole, Coach T had them boys right. And ultimately, we did what we needed to do, man. So, like I said, definitely like that, man. I'm trying to think who is another or somebody else that might have popped up that we have not talked about just yet. Let's see. Oh, Thomas Villy says, loving how Darnell Washington is becoming a complete tight end. Yeah, I would agree, man. Obviously, we know we had him on the show a couple of weeks ago, man, and he talked about his background being more of a wide receiver, man, being more of a receiving threat than a true traditional blocking tight end. But you are seeing more of the production show up from him, man, and the receiving room. And that's beautiful, man. Another explosive catch from him tonight, man, the 29-yarder. And then on top of that, his blocking. I thought that he did a great job, man, in terms of pointed attack blocking, man, really big in terms of helping us with the run game, opening up some of those holes. And that's what you want to see from Darnell, man. Play big, play like a bully, be mean out there, man. So definitely was digging that, man. And yeah, Reed Mitchell, he for certain was out there pancaking, man. Love to see that, man. Love to see that. Let's see. Oh, Black and Yellow Texas still. Shout out to the homie, man. And we live, baby. He says Cole Holcomb over Patrick Queen. I mean, I understand the frustrations. At times you want perfection. And when you don't get it, yeah, you're going to point and say whoever is better than whoever. I remember a time when people were saying that Cole Holcomb wasn't even good or people better than him, man. So you know how it goes, man. It's flavor of the week. But I thought PQ, man, did his name, man. I thought they was productive. Flew around tonight, man. got to the football. That's what you need to see from him, man. Get into the football. Now we still got to improve against this run, and that's all of those guys in that front seven, man, safeties included. But to me, man, Patrick Queen, man, he did fine, man. The problem is the expectations. When you get that check the way that he has, the expectations are, yo, you're supposed to give me splash each and every week. Unfortunately, that hasn't been the case, but that doesn't mean that he's not playing well. So that's the only thing, man, that I would say, man. Actually, let me see what my man ended with, anyways, tonight, because I felt like uh him and Peyton Wilson, I thought were pretty productive, man. Let me see. Yeah, PQ had eight tackles, 3 solos. Where is Peyton? Peyton 3 tackles, 1 solo, 2 QB hits, like that. And where's Landon Roberts? He was another one that had some production tonight. 3 tackles, 2 solos, and 1 TFL. That's right, he had the big TFL. Shout out to Landon, man. But yeah, man. Like I said, I get it though, man. I definitely get it, man. With the money comes expectations, and rightfully so. But like I said, man, to me, I wouldn't classify him as playing bad. And I think that that's both things can be true. You cannot be playing to the level that we want from you, but still doesn't mean you're playing bad either. So, like I said, that's just kind of how I view it, man. All right, M Pittman, excuse me on that one, man. M Pittman, shout out to you for your first super chat as well. He says, if we can turn red zone trips into touchdowns, we'd be blowing teams out. Hope Wilson and Smith get in the lab during the bye week and figure that out. Man, shout out to that, man. Well, if you think about it, last week they already did that, scored 30 plus, and then this week, man, you get 26, and yeah, that was with one of the touchdowns. Like I said, man, getting called off the board, man, we had to settle for a field goal. So to me, man, you're seeing back-to-back weeks of offensive production, offensive movement, and yeah, we definitely doing what you're supposed to be doing out there, man. But like I said, I can definitely understand if you're expecting, every trip to equate to that, sure, but it's the National Football League, man. Y'all gotta look around and check out some of these other teams, man. This is real life, man. Just because a team's record isn't good doesn't mean that everybody on their team sucks. It doesn't mean that you're just gonna walk up and down the field with these guys, man. These some quality players out there. That Dexter Lawrence, he started on 32 teams in the NFL right now, man. He's one of them dudes, man. You talk about some of them other guys they got out there, man. It's not always perfect. Brian Burns, though, that's another guy. He's gonna start on a lot of teams out here in this league, man. But like I said, man, for those guys, man, with everything they have currently in place, I thought it was another impressive performance, man. So I get it, I definitely do. But they said for me, man, after all the criticism that was surrounding Russ throughout this whole process, even the decision of should you put him in the game and then should you keep him in the game, should you start him and all this other stuff? Yeah. I'm not really. Yeah, I'm like, yeah, y'all doing exactly what y'all supposed to be doing right now, man. All right, but like I said, I definitely get what you coming from, though, man. Hollywood 931. He says, salute the Coach T for seeing the vision. This team looks dangerous, but Coach still needs his challenge flag revoked. I agree, man. The challenge situation is bad business right now for Coach T. He says, still hope Justin Fields is the future, though. And I think that there is a situation or a potential where that does come into play. I just think that we all just have to be patient with it. I love the fact that Russ and Justin seem to have a very nice dynamic. You see their relationship, man, on the sideline, man, how, him and Russ sit next to each other, communicating during the game. End of the game, that's his guy, putting his arm around him and stuff like that. You love to see that. That's very welcoming. That means that, there's a potential for Justin to be willing to sit here a little bit longer if Russ is going to be able to sustain this level of play going forward. I personally think that he is capable of doing this. He was doing this at times in Denver last year. This is Russell Wilson we're talking about, man. But to me, I just think that, we're in one of those positions, and because of the temperament of Russ and the temperament of Justin Fields, you could get that scenario where both of those guys are willing to, still be here in some capacity together, not just this year, but in the future. But we will see, because there's still a lot of football that has to be played, man, from both of those guys, or at least from Russ, man, to see how we feel, long term with them. Hannibal 090. Shout out to Hannibal 090. He says, Moats, Najee's weight loss definitely has him playing lighter and more nimble. Najee cleared dude trying to hit him low. He did. That looked fire. Usually I'm like, nah, stop jumping, but that was a clean one. And they benched the homie after that too, man. I don't know if y'all saw that. Deontay Banks, man. Yeah, they put him on that, put him on the pine, man. I said, ooh, you in the doghouse, player. You don't want me doghouse, bad feeling. But he says, we good. And he says, 6-2, Kings of the North going into the bye week. Chat fam, salute. Nah, respect to that right there, man. Love that 6-2 feeling heading to the bye week, man. It's a beautiful situation to be in right now. Chilla _21 says, Russ is high caliber. I feel more confident in the red zone with 3 at QB. We are well-rounded. Special teams is consistent. Just have to clean things up, and we can be a legit top 5 team. And I would agree. We are right where we want to be, man. We are starting to get more and more comfortable with Russ. Russ is starting to get more and more up to speed. And you can see the relationship he's building with these receivers, man, with these tight ends. You can see the dynamic that him and Arthur Smith are building in terms of that trust. And I just think, man, offensively, we're seeing a different look that we've seen in a while, man. It is very refreshing. Man, it feels good to actually have an explosive offense that can run the ball, attack you vertically, and beat you across the middle. Like, name it, man. We doing it all right now. And our play action pass game is highly effective. I just think that, man, the way that we're playing, this is going to be a tough team to deal with if they can stay healthy and sustain this, man. And shout out to TJ Hooper, man. TJ in the building, man. Your 10th overall super chat. Definitely appreciate you from the heart. Says, great win. But why do we have Minka playing super safety? He looks further back than normal. Why is that? Love the show. Shout out to you, TJ. Now, tonight, the reason why he was super far back at times was because Malik Neighbors was out there. Whenever they were going single high, like a true one-on-one, he was going to be very, very deep middle of the field because Malik Neighbors is the type of guy that can make a guy miss and take a 5-yard or a 10-yard 60. That's the big reason why. The other thing is this, man, they utilize Minka as a true chess piece, man. They let him play center field or let him be the whole defender, right? Where he's reading the quarterback's eyes and trying to jump routes. And because of that, most of these quarterbacks, including tonight, they just avoid him. Yeah, it's like, all right, if Minka's going to drop down to the middle of the field, well, we're going to throw it on the outside. All right, if Minka's on the outside, okay, we're going to throw it on the inside. That's all they're doing. So with that, man, it's a sign of respect. You obviously want teams to try him a little bit more so that we can get more production from him. But that's basically what's going on, man, from when I'm watching him. Yeah, I think it's a smart thing to do with some of these receivers that we're dealing with. But at the same time, it's like, yeah, when teams are going to avoid you, it's like, yo, what do you, I don't really know what to tell him to do without him having to compromise the integrity of the defense by going, what we say, he's going native on us, man. He just lost his mind. His eyes, like, no, cut it out. Don't do that, man. No, stay in the defense. Yeah, don't just go hunt the turnover now. It'll come to him though. It'll definitely come to him. But yeah, I'm liking this, man. I hope y'all liking it as well. And if y'all hit that like button one time for the culture and subscribe, baby, if you are new to the channel. And yes, Alex Allgood says we are closer to the rookie year Najee than we've ever been. Honestly, I think this version is low-key better than the rookie Najee, man. Like, I think that the vision, I think the explosiveness, I think obviously the pass blocking and stuff like that. But as a whole, man, I just think that this is a very confident, well-rounded veteran version. And we got a good one right now, man. Like, he's putting together a heck of a season, man. And the growth that we've seen from him throughout the years, the explosive runs, we weren't really getting a ton of those explosives from him, man. But he's added that big time to his repertoire this year, man. And like I said, man, with him being a little bit lighter, it's helped him out. It's helped him out a lot, man. And I will say, man, I thought the O-line, man, when it came time to run block, those dudes did their thing, man. Was it Ryan McCullum, Mason McCormick, Isaac Seumalo, Broderick, Dan Moore? Thought their run blocking was dang good. Obviously, we know pass blocking was a little bit up and down at times. But to me, man, I thought that run blocking, man, those guys were moving people off the ball. and ultimately, man, creating some nice holes for Najee, man, and Jalen Warren to have some success out there, man. So, like I said, definitely digging that, man. And we just, like I said, got to stay healthy and keep it going, man. Got to stay healthy, got to keep it going. But we are in a great spot right now, man. Like I said, 6-2, heading into the bye week, #1 in the North. What more can you ask for, baby? What more can you ask for? But shoot, with that being the case, let me do one more final sweep through real quick. Oh, all right. Oh, nope. Wait a minute. There we go. But yeah, man, definitely a vibe. Definitely a vibe out here. About to say, but think with that being the case, man, we'll go ahead and shut this one down a little bit early. But you know we spending the block in a couple hours. You right back up here at 2 o'clock, man. Me and the homie Deke, full-time podcast, man. Gotta get both of us in the building talking about it and interacting with more of your comments and concerns. The homie TG later on as well, man, getting his thoughts on the action. So with that being the case, your boy is tired, all right? Tired. About to go to sleep. Tired. All right. Should hit that like button one final time. Don't forget to subscribe, man. As always, you know I appreciate you for tuning in. And until next time, baby. Peace.